Hello there my fellow Guardians, how's it going? This is Mario here, bringing you guys another Destiny video. Today I'll be going through all of the content that we know will be released in the Dark Below, Destiny's first expansion pack. So let's get right into things. What exactly is the Dark Below? Well, it's the first expansion pack that Bungie will be adding to Destiny, and will launch on December 9th later this year. It will cost $20 on its own, or you can buy the expansion pass for $35, which will give you access to the Dark Below, as well as the House of Wolves, which is Destiny's second expansion. In this expansion, you'll get access to new story missions, new strikes, and a new raid, alongside a bunch of new weapons and armor to earn and rank up your Guardian with. There will also be an increased level cap alongside some new Crucible maps and modes. So what exactly is all of this content? Well, I'll go through it in sections so you guys can understand all of the new features a little better. First up, we have the story. If you can somehow remember Destiny's story, you'll know that it was pulled off pretty terribly. All of the cutscenes didn't make sense, the characters didn't seem to be very important, and all of the missions would get you to scan something and then fight off 3 waves of enemies. However, Bungie promises to change this with the new story content they're adding. Unfortunately, there will only be 3 new story missions added in this expansion, which honestly doesn't make up for the lacking story in the core game. However, from what Bungie have said, these 3 story missions will be a lot better and more complex than the previous missions. You'll follow the story of Eris as she guides you through all of the missions against the Hive to help you stop Crota from taking over the solar system. As far as the names and locations of these missions, we have an idea of what to expect. The first 2 story missions are called the Veil Lifted and the Seeding, and are both set on Earth. To do both of these missions, you'll need to be level 18 or above. In the Veil Lifted, you'll need to root out the Hive beneath the Cosmodrome and discover a long hidden secret of the Golden Age. In the Seeding, you'll be investigating the return of ancient Hive wizards who are preparing Earth for Crota's reign. Finally, there's the Awakening, which is a level 20 story mission set on the moon. In this mission, you'll be trying to stop the Hive from summoning Crota and consuming our world. From the name of this story mission, it looks like we have dark times ahead. Now let's move on to the strikes. In a recent interview that Eurogamer had with Bungie's president, Harold Ryan, it was revealed that there will be a new strike added in this DLC, as well as a second PlayStation exclusive strike that will remain exclusive until sometime in fall 2015. The strike that will be available to everyone is called Will of Crota. In this strike, you'll be facing off against Omnigul, a more advanced wizard for the Hive. As far as where Will of Crota will be set, we don't actually know. However, we do know the location of the second strike, the Undying Mind. The Undying Mind is a PlayStation exclusive strike that is centered in the Black Garden. PlayStation users will also get an exclusive exotic, but apart from that, everything in this DLC will be available on both Xbox and PlayStation. We don't know too much about the strikes apart from this information that I've just given you. Players have also been believed to have found their way into the new areas in the DLC, but Bungie's confirmed that the only reason those areas are there is so that players won't have to download as much when the DLC fully launches. Next up, we have the raid. The raid in the Dark Below is called Crota's End, and will take place inside the Hellmouth on the moon. From what Bungie have said, this raid will turn out to be even more fun than the Vault of Glass. First of all, we have this image from the Eurogamer interview I mentioned earlier. It looks like Guardians are having to walk through a purple mist to get to wherever they're going. I hope that this purple mist is what is causing the red blob to appear above their heads, similar to the Mark of the Void from the Vault of Glass. Alongside this, Bungie have said that they wanted to provide a similar experience as there is in the current raid. If you haven't played the Vault of Glass yet, it's a fun and new experience in which players have to communicate and strategize extremely well in order to succeed. There was also a person who claimed to have tested the new DLC, and they said that at one point in the first boss fight of the raid, there is a sort of escape sequence that will require players to get on their sparrows and drive the frick away from a giant ogre. If this is true, it sounds pretty damn fun. I would also assume that the final boss of this raid will be Crota himself, and if that is true, it's sure to be one heck of a fight. Next up, we have the Crucible maps. Bungie have revealed that there will be 3 new Crucible maps added in the Dark Below: the Pantheon, the Cauldron, and Skyshock. The first map, the Pantheon, is set in the Black Garden inside a Vex temple with tight corridors. It is a close quarters map and will not contain vehicles. The second map, Skyshock, is set in an old interplanetary defense array on Earth. It is the only Crucible map in the Dark Below to contain vehicles, and thus will have long-range engagements. It is also notable that there are no new vehicles being added. The final map, called the Cauldron, is set in an abandoned Hive ritual site on the moon. It is another close quarters map and will not contain any vehicles, and has been described to focus on close combat. So what kind of loot will be added in this upcoming expansion? Well, there will be a full set of raid loot again, including 6 sets of raid armor, 9 new raid weapons, and 2 new raid ships. Bungie may also have some extra rewards planned that no one has been able to find yet. There are also 14 exotics planning on being added in the Dark Below, 9 exotic armor pieces and 5 exotic weapons. I'll go over all of this loot in another video, but I'll leave a link in the description to an image containing all of the loot if you want to check it out now. As another less important feature, you'll be able to carry more bounties. Currently, you can carry up to 5 bounties at one time in your inventory. However, if you purchase the Dark Below, you'll be able to carry up to 10 bounties at once, which will give you a much better chance at getting exotic bounties. Finally, by buying this DLC, you'll increase the level cap beyond level 30. That's right, Bungie have increased the level cap in the Dark Below from level 30 to level 32. It's also notable that you'll need to be level 32 to do the Crota's End raid on hard mode. So that's all of the confirmed content in the new DLC so far. What do you think of this new content? Do you think Bungie have made up for their mistakes at launch, or do you not think that the content's worth the price tag? Let me know in the comment section below. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, remember to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for daily Destiny content. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Twitch, links in the description below, and I'll see you guys in another video. So until then, ciao.